my name is Jordan and today I have a special project for you guys. I want to show you how I made this really cute series of pockets. This is sort of a one sheet wonder. Now I'm by no means I didn't follow a tutorial, a specific tutorial, so I don't have like a video to link where I got this idea, but I'm also not going to claim that I'm the first person to come up with this idea. I did just kind of randomly fold it until I came up with something, but I've also watched a lot of videos in the past of similar projects, so, you know, it could have been my subconscious coming out, memories from other videos that I've watched, but, yeah, so there are a lot of videos out there on stuff like this, so I think I will actually link a video by Margaret from Sevenplaza. She just did a project very similar to this somewhat recently, and I think that's kind of what inspired me to try to make my own, but I just kind of wanted to figure it out myself, not follow a tutorial, and kind of just see what I could come up with, and this is what I came up with. But so this could technically be 5 pockets, or at the very least 4. So right here is a very small little tuck spot. Then you have the big pocket. This is a pocket. And then right here is kind of a skinny pocket. It goes all the way through. So yeah, I'm going to show you how I made this. This was a piece of scrapbook paper. It doesn't need to be like a specific size. This was it was a leftover piece, but it was a very big piece. So this was originally a 12 by 12, but all I had left of this piece was like 8.5 by 12, so, or 8 by 12, I mean. So I, for some reason, cut off like 4 inches for some other project. But, so yeah, this one was made out of a 8 by 12 inch piece of scrapbook paper. This one, and it doesn't have to be a rectangle, this one I kind of pre-made. We'll probably decorate this one later in the video, but I made this out of an 8 by 8 inch piece of scrapbook paper, so it can be a square piece of paper or it can be a rectangle. I mean, this is already pretty small, so I don't know that I would go smaller than 8 by 8 inches, but maybe. You know, like this tuck spot is going to get pretty small the smaller you go, so... but for the one that I'm going to show you on how to make this, I'm going to be using a full 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and yeah, so let's see. The only thing that really sucks, so I picked out a piece already, and I think this piece is going to get completely covered up unless I do it upside down, but that's okay, because we're going to do some stamping, and we can have our own moths if we want to, So we're going to flip it over. The side that you want on the outside, so the print or whatever you want to be the main print, you want to flip down when you're folding. So I'm going to fold it about a third in. Just going to kind of eyeball it. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I would say that this side just be slightly smaller than this side. So we're basically going to fold it in thirds. Let's see, I'm just going to kind of eyeball it here. There we go, and then we're going to take this side, and we're going to fold this edge, we're going to line it up with this edge so that they line up. I still have embossing powder on my desk. Even though I used I did it on top of something, I still have powder everywhere. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I guess I could have done it the other way. I always fold it this way. I could have done it so that this one's on top. I guess oh no, it's gonna be weird now. That's okay. I suppose it would have at least showed up a little, maybe. I don't know. Actually, this one's so much taller, I might have just completely lost it when I fold up the bottom. Okay. Ignore everything I just said. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this back up and I'm going to fold the corners in. And I'm going to fold them just a little bit before I get to the crease. They don't have to be perfectly straight or lined up in any way. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to line it up just before the crease. There we go. And then I'm going to fold this back in. And fold this back in. And then we're going to flip the bottom up. And what I do, I don't want to make this pocket any smaller. I guess, oh, I never even thought about that. In order to make this pocket, so in this previous one, I fold the bottom up to right where this corner starts, because my thought process was I don't want to bring it up any further, otherwise this pocket's going to get smaller. But what I didn't consider is if I fold this down further, I increase the size of the pocket. So that's something to consider, actually. But then I also need to make sure, if you're making this into a specific journal, is it too tall? Will it fit in your journal, basically? So I'm going to go up as far as I can. Of course, you can always trim your pocket and then fold it up further. You could trim this if it's too big. So this one's going to be quite large. I wonder if this will actually fit in my journal. Let's see. Oh, it will. That's cool. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, let's so now we want to make the notches. So we have several layers in here, which is how we're able to get multiple pockets. So what I did is through all of these layers, I punch a hole roughly in the middle. And then I punch a hole just on this fold. So I don't punch it through this one. Okay, so now we're left with this. This is our pocket. So this is a one-sided scrapbook paper. You could probably use double-sided. Obviously, double-sided is generally a little thicker, so it might be a little harder to fold, but I think it's fine. It would be fine. But I have way more one-sided scrapbook paper than I have double-sided. So, and you don't see that much of the other side. So what I do is I just open this up and I just ink it. So I just kind of need this V shape. And you can ink it with whatever color you want. I'm going to ink it with Vintage Photo. See what that looks like. Yep, that's all I need. And then I'm also gonna go for this part as well. So I just need a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so now we have that, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my ink and I'm gonna go around all of the edges. Do I want to go, like, this matches the paper really well, but I'm questioning if I should go darker with some ground espresso. I kind of want to. I think I'm gonna. So yeah, I'm gonna go around all of the edges with ground espresso. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. So I'm gonna do that. You don't need to watch me ink this whole thing. So I will be back when I'm done. All right, here we have our pocket all inked up, and now it's time to decorate it. I'm not going to glue it down until everything's decorated, because like if I want to stamp in the background, it's just easier to do with this all opened up. Yeah, so we'll glue it down last. So I think I'm feeling inspired by the moths. This is generally what attracted me to this piece of paper in the first place. Unfortunately, we're not going to see that, but that's okay. So what I'm gonna get out, I actually bought a bunch of new stamps. a bunch of creative expression stamps, mainly because I saw that Margaret from Sevenplaza bought these recently and used them, and I was like, oh my gosh, those are all gorgeous, I have to have them. And they're a little smaller, so they're actually kind of cheaper than like the dates from the past that this brand has. So these are a lot of what I used on this one, and I'll probably use some of them on this as well, because I'm going for, I think, kind of a field notes, nature themed thing. So I think I'll also get out Field Notes by Tim Holtz, and also, I don't know, I have some others from Creative Expressions that are sort of nature themed. We also have Moth Study, so if you want to bring in those moths, we can do that. Moth Study, which we should just do that. Let's put a moth on here. Let's do like this big one. So, and I think I want him like right up here. And I think for this project, I'm going to use my new VersaFine Clair in Pine Cone. I want to get way more colors in this ink because it just shows up better. Like, I love all the different colors that the Distress Oxides come in, but they just, they don't all, they're so like dry, and it's hard to get like a really good clear image, I feel like, with the Distress Oxides, because they're more for like distressing and stuff, not necessarily for like stamping images. Oh gosh, too sticky. Well, I have ink all over my hands. There we go, gorgeous. What else? We should probably do another one. Let's just do this guy. We'll do him. Should we do a little bit of a smaller one? He's kind of smaller. Put him. You know, I'm okay if he kind of comes off the page a little bit. Let's open this up. And we'll stamp him, I think, like right there. There we go. Yeah. So that's pretty cute. Do we try to do another one kind of peeking out from the pocket? Like this guy? Oh, there we go. Okay, so now we got some moths on here. They're cute. What else do we have? We have Field Notes. Probably get out this guy. And I'm kind of wondering if I do want to go in with like Ground Espresso, because it's not quite as dark. Do I want more stuff in the background? Or do I just go all out with the Pine Cone? Maybe. Maybe I just try to go lighter. Don't press down so hard. Oop, I kind of smeared it. That's all right. Let's get like, wait, where's the figure? Here we go. Figure 1 and figure 2. Let's put him like down here by the moth, or maybe down here. Yeah, it's nice. Let's see, what do we have in here? Yeah. That's one big one. This is one big stamp, but it's still pretty cool. I guess we have this one that's got sort of like wings in there. want that? Like just down here? There we go, that's cool. I think I know what I want to do next. I want to get out, I have that one by Creative Expressions that's got Ledger. This one, this strip of Ledger, I think I'm going to put that here. And this is from Timeless Roses. So, well, it'll end up being like this. We won't do the whole thing. We'll just do like the top portion because we're not going to see most of it. Ooh, now I feel like I should do this center part. So we see more numbers. There's not as much up here. So let's go like this. Like right under the moth. Ooh, I think it's slightly crooked, but that's okay. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, what are we gonna do up here in the background? That's a good question. Maybe I'll just do this chunk of text. And this is from Nature Finds by Creative Expressions. So if we just kind of, yeah, that'll take up most of the space. Yeah, perfect. I'm making a mess, as usual, as usual. Ooh, did I mess it up? It's kind of smeared. I think that's me. I'm like, I think I'm going like too fast and I'm moving it as I'm placing it. But that looks nice. I feel like it still needs something here, but we could put a label there. Potentially. So let's look at some labels real quick and then we'll see where we want to put them and if we need more stamps that way. So first we'll get out my label book and look through some of these and see what kind of goes. I'm thinking green. I wish I had a green one that said figure 1. Those are really grungy ones and dark. I think it just needs a little pop of color, so I'm thinking green. It is kind of nature-y, so. Here's a big one. This is like, it says specimen on it. Is that too big? We could put it kind of down here. It's almost like too big. But I like that it said specimen. Documented. I could stamp something in there. Put like a number. It's like not green enough. There's too much beige. I have more. I have lots more. I've got this whole container. I think there's more green ones down near the bottom. I have so many. I need another label book. Alright, I'm going to try to find some labels that I like, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I got out some Tracy Fox labels. In various shapes and sizes. Really like that one. It needs like a bigger one here. Something. Maybe I should look for white ones. Bring in some lighter colors. Like, I could even kind of layer them. I kind of liked that one. Then I need something here. Maybe I just put that there. And I put this one with it or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think something like that. I almost feel like, no. Okay, I think I'm done with stamping. So I'm actually gonna glue these down, and then I'm gonna glue the pockets down, and then we'll glue the labels on. So this pocket, this is gonna be the pocket. So I need to, this inside is gonna be the pocket. So I need to glue just this edge right here, this line. So I just need to follow. Okay, so I glued this back piece to the front piece, but there's to make this pocket in here. So this isn't going to be the pocket, this is going to be the pocket. But now I want a top loading pocket. So you see there's still a layer in here that I need to glue closed. And then I need to glue basically this part. I'm going to glue this whole thing down. It's going to be a top loading pocket, so we just got to glue the sides. Okay, so now we've got this pocket right here, a nice big pocket. And this pocket, it should go all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so now for this, I didn't really think about that. That's a much bigger pocket than It could be. You could make this bigger depending on where you glue it. Now I glue it along this flap so that it's just a little triangle of a pocket. It's more of a tuck spot, but I mean technically you could just glue it like along here, glue this piece to this piece, and then you could have as big of a pocket as you wanted. But I kind of like it as just a little tuck spot, so I'm going to just glue along this edge, if that makes sense. And I'm not going to go quite all the way to the edge because this paper doesn't go all the way down there, so. And then also I'm going to glue along this edge a little, just a little bit. And then we're going to glue her down. And also, I forgot this edge. Okay, so now we should be able to tuck stuff in here. So we got a big pocket that goes all the way down to the bottom. You could fit a nice big tag in there. Then we've got a small tuck spot in here, which you can fit a tiny little tag or something. This you could put another tag or just pieces of ephemera. This pocket. Let's glue on the labels real quick. I'm just gonna go over these with quick vintage photo. This one I was gonna kind of layer with this white one somewhere. Maybe just, yeah, right down there. And this guy right down here. And there we go. We have an adorable pocket. We can grab our journal out. We could pop this in just on a page. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and depending on how you glue this to the page, you could have a 5th pocket. It could be top loading, it could be a giant corner tuck, however you want it to be. So 4 or 5 pockets, you could just glue it down and say 4 pockets is good enough for me, if that's what you wanted. You could make this a flap. You could decorate the whole back and just have this be like an insert or a flip out. Yeah, whatever you wanted. And just depending on what size paper you have, it all affects it. Like I said, this was a full 12 by 12 inch. This one was an 8 by 12 inch. So you could use an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You could print out a digital and use that, you know, whatever. But then I also made this one. This one's already folded. This was an 8 by 8 inch scrapbook piece of paper. Once again, I folded it just the way I showed you. I inked the background so that wasn't white. So let's see what we can do with this one. So this is a map, or it was a map. So what do we have out for stamps? They're all over. They're just a giant mess of a pile right now. Oh, that's right. Why do I... destination. I always forget that destination is on field notes because it's It's field notes. It's supposed to be about nature, and yet it's got destination, it's got condemned. It's like, what about this is field notes? So I think, or maybe along the side, destination. Yeah. And this is a pretty busy piece of scrapbook paper, so I think I might go in with black. I want to make sure it shows up. There we go, a little crooked, but that's okay. That looks good. Destination. What else? I don't know that field notes is gonna have a lot. I feel like I should get out correspondence. This is a little more travel. What if we do the plane? That looks good. That sounds good. That's very travel-y, right? Where do we want him? Could just be, or back in the background? Nah, I think right down here. Or up, and then we can put a label down here. Let's get that plane on there. Got a little travel themed. I don't know that this needs a lot, because like I said, the map is already pretty busy. But I want a few things on there. I want to make it, really make it my own, you know? Just stay. The ink is so sticky, it's pulling my stamps right off the block. Where did I say I was going to put this? Up top or below? Well, it's going here. There we go. What else? Anything else? Could just do some numbers. I could do, oh, have I never used the little guy? I've never used the little wings. I always think of them as wings. I've only used the big one. Oh, I hate pulling these things out of here. I feel like I'm gonna break them. Put those guys right up there, and then a number, or I could bring it just a little bit lower. It might get cut off, and then put like a number up there, just like a small one, maybe like this one. I feel like that would be good. Is that straight? Maybe I should just do one at a time. Oh, shoot. Center it, Jordan. I kind of smeared it. Oh, it's not straight. I can already feel it. Maybe it's not that bad. Yeah, it's not very centered, but that's okay. It still looks cute. Still looks cool. And then maybe we just get a label for like down here and over here. I still have some out. Or at least I have this one that says free library. I don't know about that. Let me just take a quick look at what I got. Okay guys, this is what I'm thinking. So I've got 2 labels, and then these are stamps that I stamped on tea stain paper. I had a few of these made up already. So maybe just something like this. I think that'll be cute. And And I'm not even going to ink any of the edges of these because this is tea stain paper, so it's already colored, and these are already kind of white, so they don't really need anything. And then this one down below. Okay, so now I just need to glue it all together. All right, and here are the pockets. This is the one I made off camera. Lots of stamping. Same with this one, or this is the one we did together. I showed you how to do all the folds, a nice big one. So once again, this was 8 by 12 inches. This was a full 12 by 12, and this one was an 8 by 8. So you can really use any size. It can be a square, it can be a rectangle, whatever you have. Give it a try. Like I said, you probably don't want to go too much smaller than 8 by 8 or things are going to get really tiny. But maybe give it a try. Who knows? Maybe a 6 by 6 will be super cute. I don't know. And they do, I think they do make 6 by 6 paper pads, don't they? I don't know. But yeah, this is a really fun project. This one's super neutral. Definitely could have like done some more collaging with like some lighter papers or something, but I still really like it. And yeah, these are really fun to make. I really love decorating them, and it's just a lot of fun. So let me know what you guys think of this project. Have you done anything similar to this before? And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Goodbye!